All right, hello. We're going to be talking about loaches today, or the scientific name, Cabitidae, I think, something like that. Loaches are freshwater bottom feeders, and they come in various different lengths, sizes, and shapes, as you're seeing on the screen right now. There are what's known as true loaches, but I'm going to be talking about all of the loaches as a whole, which is quite a lot of fish. True loaches themselves are just one of 9 loach archetype, and just them alone have over 160 different described species, and more are being discovered regularly. I've decided I'm going to break this up into 2 separate parts. Number 1 will be the loaches in the wild, and number 2 will be loaches in captivity, splitting it up much like our class is split up. As for their habitat, loaches can be found in a wide variety of places throughout Europe, northern Africa, and Central and Southeast Asia. However, most families are found in Rocky Mountain streams and high elevations. As for what makes a loach, well, other than being a freshwater bottom feeder, there are a couple unique traits that span across the species. Most notably are these large barbels coming off the front there that I'm pointing at with my mouse. These are used to smell and taste food so they can better gather along the ground. The other very notable feature of these guys is along his skin here, you can see under the skin, there are scales. Their scales do not have it on the outside, they're just under the skin. This helps them slither around a little bit better, but it makes them more susceptible to salt water and impurities within the water. That's why we don't see any saltwater loaches or anything like that. As I've stated, these are bottom feeders and scavengers, which means they're omnivorous. They will eat detritus, plant matter like that has come down to the ground, but also, decaying animal matter, bug eggs, worms, snails, and all the like. Basically anything that they can kind of grasp at, they will eat. They're very opportunistic eaters. Fun little fact though, since they do consume insect eggs, that means that they're very helpful in controlling mosquito populations. Loaches in captivity can live anywhere ranging from 5 to even 20 years, though in the wild we're not exactly sure just how often or how long they live on average. They reach sexual maturity in around 1 to 2 years old, depending on species, and they'll often breed in the warmer months of the year. Most commonly, they breed in the usual fishy way. They leave their eggs somewhere, and then a male will come by and fertilize them with their sperm. There are some unique cases, some edge characters on the scene, most notably the pond loach, which is able to reproduce asexually. Their eggs can develop into fully grown loaches without any male DNA, which allows them to clone themselves, and that can cause a number of problems. It's important to talk a little bit about conservation of these creatures. Now, because there are just so many loaches and so many different types, they range from being, non-threatened to super endangered and super invasive. One of the most common and most invasive species of loach is the one you're looking at right now. This is that pond loach that I mentioned earlier. When I said that their asexual reproduction could be a problem, it wasn't for them, it was for us. These little guys have spread all over the world. They're native to Eastern Asia, Japan, a little further north as well, but they have made their way to Australia and all across the US in at least 10 different confirmed states, from east to west coast. That can cause some damage for local fish population. Birds now have a new source of food that they didn't often have before, and because these guys are just so resilient, we're seeing some fluctuations in habitat, or in natural order, I suppose I should say. exact other side of the spectrum, though, we have the zebra loach. The zebra loach is indigenous to the western Ghats of India, and they're an important food and income source for the Katkari tribe. Unfortunately, these guys only exist in about 4 different rivers and streams across the western Ghats. And due to deforestation and pollution, they're slowly losing their habitat. Most loaches do pretty well on their own. It's only really in cases of human intervention and this habitat loss that they begin to struggle and be quite a bit of an issue. And with the zebrafish specifically, unfortunately, many people buy them as pets. As I said, they're a very important income source for the tribe. However, there has never been a recorded case of getting them to breed in captivity. So the whole numbers are dwindling quite rapidly as, this hobby grows and their captation is kept. All right, and now it's time for the exam questions. I figured just kind of do 3 of each, keep it nice and simple. True or false? Loaches can help deal with growing mosquito populations. True or false? True loaches only have a couple known species. Finally, true or false? Loaches are native to America. You can tell I like true or false